Life has been lifing, but I'm here now. Okay, so we're going to catch up because we have a lot of catching up to do. Hey guys, it's Noreen and thank you for making it to my channel. I want to say thank you and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I do see your comments. I appreciate everyone who comes to my page, who likes the video, watches the video, all of that. I appreciate you so much. It's been a while since I've been on here. Life has been lifing, but I'm here now. Okay, so we're going to catch up because we have a lot of catching up to do. So before we do get started, I do want to say that I do offer one-on-one strategy calls, consult calls for anyone who's a nurse that wants to go remote, or anyone who's starting out as a Psych NP who doesn't know where to start, what to do, you're just feeling overwhelmed. You can book a one-on-one call with me and you can ask me whatever questions you have. We will talk about your goals. We will come up with a plan together, and then I'll send you some resources and a personalized plan to help you achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. I also do offer resume reviews as well. All of those links will be in my description below. But anyways, let's get into it. So the last time I was here, we talked about my first patient. I did get my first patient on Alma. So currently I am still with Alma and with Headway. I currently have 2 patients actually with Alma and 3 patients with Headway. So it's slowly but surely patients are coming in. I do have a full-time job, a full-time remote nursing job. So I would typically will do my job during the day and I see my patients in the evening, or if it's on the weekend, that morning. And you have full control of your schedule. So that's been working well for me. So yeah, I told you guys about my first patient. She was already on citalopram and Wellbutrin. So we restarted her medication. We kept it at a low dose. Then I did a follow-up in 2 weeks. Then she asked how she felt and she said she was ready to increase the dose. So we went ahead and we increased the dose to the 300 of Wellbutrin and then 20 of citalopram. And so she's been fine. That's been working for her. So I do want to say that when you have a follow-up, it's definitely better than your initial eval, right? Because the initial eval, especially starting off as a new Psych NP, you're a little bit nervous, you're trying to figure things out. And then it's like, I also think like one of the things that I thought was like a little difficult was just kind of knowing what questions to ask, because you're not going to ask every question, right? You're really going to ask what applies. You want to make sure there's some safety. Definitely want to ask suicidal ideation and things like that. So I think like learning to navigate what questions to ask is very important. And then of course, when you get to the follow-up, you kind of have an idea of what you want to ask. Of course, you want to make sure, are the medications working? Are you taking the medications like you're supposed to? You know, any side effects and things like that. Like those are things you want to ask to the follow-up. The follow-up is definitely way easier than the initial eval. I'll definitely say that. And then with my patient, she's pretty much straightforward. Like she just tells me how she's feeling, what's going on, and she just pretty much wants a refill her prescriptions. And so the thing was, after I increased her dose, I had ordered her. So this is like the other tricky part too. So she had 30 days of that half dose, right? Like the 10 milligrams of citalopram, 30 days, the 150 of Wellbutrin. So she did that for 2 weeks. So she had another 2 weeks left. So basically what I did with that, is it 2 weeks? No, anyways. So when I saw her, the 2 weeks, she had 2 weeks left, but then I told her to basically double the dose, so that would put her at 1 week, right? And so then when I ordered her new prescription, I gave her the increased dose. So then that would give her 4 or 5 weeks, and then we followed up basically in 3 weeks just to see. I wanted to just make sure like nothing was happening, no side effects, anything like that, because that's like another thing too. Like I see like patients, they be having like side effects that the prescriber should be more aware of. Like they kind of brush it off. So I definitely want to emphasize the importance of just knowing your patient's medication side effects, because That's super important. So we did do the follow-up in 3 weeks. So then I just basically refilled the prescription for 30 days. And so since I am new to this, I do want to keep my patients, I want to see them every 4 weeks. But I do feel like once I get comfortable, once I have that patient for a while, I'll probably do like a 6-week thing and then prescribe them a higher dose, not a higher dose, but prescribe them more of the medication, like enough to last up until our follow-up. But you want to make sure that you always refill your prescription before the patient runs out, right? Because that's just not okay. So so that went well. So I do want to say that I did have a patient who told me that she found out that she was pregnant. And she was on the same thing. She was on citalopram and Wellbutrin. She wanted to make sure that those were okay. So with Alma, they can message you through a portal. So my patient did message me through a portal and did ask me about that. And those medications are safe during pregnancy. And in that book that I told you guys about, that medication fact book, that book, you can literally open up to the medication page and it's going to tell you what medications okay during pregnancy, all that stuff. Like I said, I definitely recommend that book. The link is going to be in my description and it's on Amazon, right? But like I said, you're going to need that book while you're in school for Psych NP, and you're going to need it as a provider while you're practicing because it's very reliable, very helpful. And then I also want to point out that it is very important that you know what medications to avoid in pregnancy, because that is going to be on your test. Like valproic acid, that's Depakote. That's something you definitely want to look out for. Dang, I can't remember right now off the top of my head. 1 second. So medications that you want to avoid during pregnancy is lithium. It causes Epstein anomaly, something like this. Valproic acid, Depakote, that one causes neural tube defect. And then carbamazepine, I forgot what it causes, but you want to avoid that in pregnancy. I do believe lamotrigine is recommended for pregnancy, depending on what it is. SSRIs, SNRIs are highly recommended, or like SSRIs and SNRIs are appropriate for pregnancy. So again, you just want to make sure you have your resources. You want to double check everything when a patient reaches out to you. And then I also just really wanted to emphasize the importance of just, you know, the importance of your patient safety, because that is what it is at the end of the day, is patient safety. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's what I wanted to update you guys on my Psych NP journey. So I currently have 2 patients on Alma, and I have 3 patients. Oh, wait, no. Wait, is that right? Yeah, so I have 2 patients on Alma, 3 patients on Headway. Like I said, it is a slow but steady process, but I'm grateful that I'm actually able to get patients in, that I'm actually able to treat. Most of the patients are anxiety, depression, somewhere along those lines. Some of the patients want to start meds. Some of the patients are already on meds. They just want to have someone to talk to. So I do think that's interesting. But I'll probably go more detail into that in another video. But I just do want to say that the patients are slowly trickling in. I have been applying for full-time positions as well as part-time positions. I've been constantly applying on LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and it's just like, you know, as a new grad, you always get there. I'm always getting the rejection emails, right? So it's like, it is what it is. It's like super frustrating too, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm just like, well, maybe I should just wait at least 6 months. But it's like, we're kind of already are moving, because I started seeing my patients in January. So now we're in March. And so on my resume, I do have like PRN, telehealth, 1099 contract position, which I started in January. So it does show I have a little bit of experience. But so I'm hoping it'll probably get better in a couple of months. And I've been applying to everything. I've been applying in-person position, on-site positions. Like, I've been applying to everything, and it's just still like, I don't know. And then it's like, sometimes I just feel like, okay, well, maybe it's a matter of time. And so, like, that's the other thing too. Like, at first I felt like I was really going hard. Like, I was going hard applying to these positions, and I was just kind of getting defeated because I would constantly get like these rejection emails. So like lately I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna take it easy. I'm just gonna try to take care of everything else. I'm still constantly applying, but just not going as hard as I was before, because I don't know. I don't know. And it's like, I get answers, like I've been getting like PRN positions, telehealth positions, but it's like, how many PRN positions am I gonna have? Like, I'm ready to have a legit W-2 full-time position. Like, I personally do want a W-2 position, at least for now, starting off, until I'm able to build my own patient caseload, because I like my benefits, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I like my benefits. I like my 409B. I like being able to take money if I need it. I just like my benefits. So yeah, right now, ideally, I do want a W-2 position. I'm definitely open to the PRN positions, but I'm just letting you guys know how I feel and what I currently got going on. But yeah, I've been applying to PRN positions, so at least that'll help, you know, get me more comfortable, get patients. And then like the other thing that I've noticed too is like, so like when I'm in like some of these boards and stuff like that, it's like new grads are getting lowballed, right? Which it is what it is. And some people are like, oh, why are you taking that money so low? The reason why you guys are taking this money so low is gonna drop the pay for this career and all this stuff. But it's like, we are new grads. You have to take what you can get. And it's like, I saw someone tell someone else, like someone was asking me, oh, if this is, I don't know, maybe like $60 is too low of a pay. And the person was like, yeah, that is low of pay, but you're a new grad. So you need to get your experience, get what you can, and move on. And I think that's also another thing that we need to put in our head, is that as new grads, you really need to just get a position. Like, the pay might not be ideal, but I do think it's important that we just focus on getting the position, learning what you need to learn, and then moving on from there. Because I don't know, like, and I just also think it's crazy for someone to say that, like, oh, you guys are taking this low payment. Like, you don't know what somebody's going through, right? Somebody could be struggling, a paycheck away from, like, you know, losing their home. Like, this might make a difference to them. So I really didn't like what that person said, but it is what it is. I'm trying to take what I can. I will say, for me, it is a little bit more difficult because I already get paid well working remote as a remote nurse. So then when I see some of these new grad Psych NP positions, the gap is not that much. So I'm just like, but then I just have to remember, like I said, like, it's about getting the experience. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Just constantly applying for positions. I'll talk about more about like the billing process and stuff like that with Alma Headway. But yeah, so I just wanted to catch you guys up. I am gonna record some more videos, give you guys more feedback on what I got going on. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Like I said, I do offer one-on-one strategy calls so we can come up with a plan for you. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.